Be on top of it. Andrew, go for it, dude.
We've talked a lot about the meshing process with you guys, all the parts coming together. And with 3 games in 3 days against 3 different types of teams last week, how much do you think you guys push that forward by building that meshing that you need to become sort of a fully in sync group?
I definitely think the Bahamas helped. I mean, not just on the court, but also off the court. We were there 3 days early. We did some stuff with some little kids. We went to the water park. We just hung out as a team and with our coaching staff. And just kind of having to prepare for 3 really good teams in 3 days with quick turnarounds really helped us for the season.
From how much does the off-the-court stuff help the on-court stuff when you're trying to get you? Because you guys have a lot of different styles of play,
Right.
but does being strong off the court and meshing off the court kind of help you sort of recognize guys' games a little better when you're on the floor? Does it kind of make that stuff go a little bit smoother?
Definitely. I mean, it's kind of just getting to know everybody and building chemistry off the court. I think helps on the court. I mean, you always play better with your friends, and I would say that in general, everybody on this team, we're all good friends. We all hang out. I mean, we all text each other. We're all active in the group chat. We all know a lot about each other, and I feel like the Bahamas really help with that.
Harrison, I meant to ask you the other day, do you personally think the Nova game, did you get caught up maybe too much into the physicality of it, like trying to give it back a little bit?
I don't know if I would say that. I don't know. I mean, the last call that I got, the little charge call, I feel like
Right.
it's going both ways. But I mean, at the end of the day, I didn't get the call, and I also had a technical foul that I think I could have been smarter and used that foul elsewhere. But I mean, it was a physical game, and we just matched their physicality.
And I guess I asked that just, knowing obviously you expect a physical battle with Tennessee too. And like, how do you, from what you've seen of them so far, how do you think that matches up to how Villanova was and what you all can expect and what you need to be ready for?
I mean, we haven't finished the complete scout. We're finishing that today in practice, but we know it's gonna be a physical game. We know they have 8, 9 really good players, deep team. We know we have to be physical on defense, physical on offense, and be ready to go. Because they're coming, they're trying to beat us. They're coming off 2 losses, I think, in Maui against 2 good teams, but still 2 losses. So they're gonna be motivated to be ready to go.
Harrison, before you guys went to the Bahamas, you hadn't played tough competition yet, so you don't really know like how good you are. So coming out of that, the finish against Arkansas, did you feel like that gave you guys some belief that you can carry over?
I mean, I think we already have belief. It's just showing everybody else. We played FAU in a scrimmage, and so we kind of knew what we could do against better competition. It was a secret scrimmage. But for us, just kind of showing the world what we're able to do and showing the world how our team is. I feel like we have a lot of really good pieces. Everyone does something a little bit different, but everybody brings really something really good to the table.
Harrison, what's your comfort level offensively with the rest of the guys right now?
I mean, as high as it's ever been. They have confidence in me, I have confidence in them. I like the way we're playing, sharing the ball. Everyone knows their spots, and I feel like the roles are everyone's getting their role. I mean, we're still defining roles because we're still at the beginning of the season, a brand new team, but I think everybody's kind of fitting into their role and kind of figuring out where they need to be on the court.
Is there like one thing that gets you into a game? Like, is it handling the ball early? Is it getting a post touch? Is there something early on in the game that gets you into that flow?
For me, it's just an energy play, like a steal or a charge or, I don't know, just someone screaming or like, I don't know, Cormac or somebody just screaming gets me going.
Speaking of Cormac, obviously wasn't able to play in the Arkansas game and was described as almost another coach on the bench. How did you see that?
I mean, yeah, he's 25. 25 now? Yeah. he was playing college basketball when I was like in high school. So, for him, I mean, when he said something, I listened. And, just trying to get knowledge from him. He's been in the ACC for like 3 or 4 years now. He was at Stanford before I was. So I know that he sees stuff that I might not see just because I'm younger. So, I mean, on the court, Arkansas game, he was telling me stuff about I had 2 turnovers. Example, I had 2 turnovers where I turned my back and I would spin and they would come get it. He told me stop spinning. I stopped spinning second half and it started working.
Yeah, was that, do you remember like on the bench or in a timeout, or when did he kind of pull you over?
It was in timeout right after the coach started talking. Stopped talking. We were walking out to the court and before the ref gave us the ball, he walked up to me and said it real quick.
In terms of your 3-point shooting, 48% so far early in the season, is it a matter of just a confidence thing, or do you think you're getting different looks with the offense this year than what you might have been getting at Stanford?
I think it's a combination of both. I'm not having to take as many off the dribble shots as I had to take. Last second shot clock. I mean, we don't really get to the last second shot clock a lot because we play so fast, but in general, I'm not really taking last second threes. I'm more aggressive towards the rim. And then most of the threes I'm taking are catch and shoot step in threes, which at Stanford, I'm pretty sure I shot like 40 over my 2 years on just catch and shoot threes, and those are the shots I'm taking most of the year.
Do you feel like there's been pressure in a way lifted off of you in terms of having to be that playmaker, go-to scorer, knowing the talent that you kind of have around you that you might have not had at years past?
It's definitely helped a lot. I'm not sure if the word is pressure or more just kind of just having the help, knowing that I have a bunch of other players who are threats on the floor, like RJ, like Armando, like Cormac, like Elliott, Jay Wade, like we go down the list, and that makes the teams can't double, because if they double, we're gonna make them pay. So everything is one-on-one, everything is easier basketball.
Harrison, what's stuck out to you from RJ these first 6 games? I know you obviously spent time with him in the offseason, kind of see what he can do, but in these in-game situations, what's kind of stuck out about the way he's playing?
I mean, he's a bucket. I mean, he gets buckets. I mean, when he shoots the ball, he's one of those guys I assume is going in. I mean, I'm supposed to crash the glass every possession, but when he shoots, I tend to just get back on defense because I assume it's going in. But just really his leadership. He was here for 4 years. He's been there. He was there 2 years ago when they made the run. He was there last year when they had the bad year. So he knows the ups, he knows the downs, he knows that there's an ebb and flow to every season, and it's kind of hearing from him how it is, how if you have a bad game, it doesn't really matter. You just got to be ready for the next game.
How would you compare and contrast his versus Armando's leadership styles? Because they've both been there for those things he's
Right.
said.
Armando's more, RJ's more of our on-the-court leader. Like he breaks up the huddles if we're having a bad practice, and the coach wants, instead of the coach bringing us together, he might bring us together. Where Armando's more of like he kind of makes sure you're all right at all times. Like I'm new to the campus, so like if I have anything, I know I can call him. Like if anything goes down or anything happens on campus, Armando's 100% the person I'll call.
What do you think when someone describes your game as an old man's game, like a late 80s, early 90s game?
They can call my game whatever they want. I just try to do whatever I can. And, I had that since I was in high school. People
it's sort of a combination. Some people were talking about last week. We said you got an element of late 80s, early 90s NBA, and a 2023 game as well. So take us through. What is that? What is your game? Tell us what you think it is.
For me, I think my game is I'm very versatile. I mean, I kind of just take whatever the defense gives me, and I think I showed that a lot this weekend. The Villanova game, I shot a lot of threes. Same with the Northern Iowa, because the way they were playing, they're kind of packing it in because we were bigger than them. And then against Arkansas, my three wasn't falling, and then they were a little bit smaller on the wing, so we decided to post me up a lot. So I kind of showed that both aspects and both styles of my game, and showed everybody I can do whatever I need to be done on the court.
The backing in a guy, that's not something you see a lot now, especially from wing players. Is that something that you've just always done since you were young? Were you playing maybe in the 5 when you were a kid, so you had to back people in? It just became part of your game, or how did that come about?
Probably because in high school I went to a private school, so we would play against kind of like small little kids. So like, why not just post them up all day, and I just post up like 4 years straight. So that's kind of became part of my game.
I can stay on that real quick. I don't want to hog this, but do you get to a point when you're backing a guy and you kind of feel him on your hip where you know, okay, I can make the move now. I've got him, but you still back him a little bit more to maybe get a more advantageous shot?
For me, it's more. I'm not sure specifically that. It's more the confidence factor of the hard work I know I put in this summer and this off season, that I feel like if a team doesn't double me, I feel like I can score consistently. And just knowing that if I'm one-on-one the post, easy little hook shots like that, or kicking out to the corner like we did against Seth in the Arkansas game, whether it's that or scoring myself, I know that I think I'll make the right play.
Harrison, along those lines, I think a lot of people knew you were versatile. A lot of people knew you were a good player, but for some of us, the intensity has been a little bit of a surprise. Like, I mean, you go pretty nuts out there sometimes. The 3 to the no. I mean, but like, has your intensity caught anyone by surprise here? Like, has anyone said like, dang, I didn't know you got that fired up?
Definitely in practices, at the beginning of the practice, they were a little surprised, but I think that's kind of just become who I am.
Okay.
And they're kind of used to that. But for me, it's just kind of, I feel like everyone on our team has something to prove, and I feel like I have a chip on my shoulder the whole year. I'm locked in, and I got something to prove the entire year.
And that's coming out of you?
Yes, sir. I mean, it's just, I don't know how to control myself. I'm playing basketball in North Carolina. I'm just so happy in the moment.
Just building off of that, who would you say is more intense, you or Cormac?
Oh, man.
Ooh.
And why?
As a person, Cormac, 100%. Because off the court, he's just an intense guy. Like, no matter what, you talk to him, you see him at all times. He's just, like, always locked in. Whereas me, I feel like off the court, I'm very different than on the court. Off the court, I'm very, like, kind of goofy and fun-loving. But on the court, like, I don't know. I feel like when the game starts, I don't know. I just lose myself in the game. I don't even know what's going on. I just have to, like, control my emotions sometimes.
There's about a 3-point shooter between y'all.
Me.
Thank you.
Thank y'all.